I am optimistic, positive, and excited about chiropractic. I'm excited about reaching people with my practice. Men, women, children, all ages. And building an exceptional life of productivity, prosperity, and, as a result, generosity, while living a life where you are filled with love, peace, joy, fitness, and of course having fun. My purpose is to become a smarter, more powerful, capable, driven, and superior version of myself by ever increasing my awareness, my knowledge, my understanding of chiropractic adjustments, of the possibilities of chiropractic, of money, of people, of communication, of persuasion, of all of these things. Of course, motivation, hands-on skill, communication skill, and your mastery in the art of exceptional living. Quick note on that. This happened again for, the 100th time. Had a big training out in California. Had to fly from Minneapolis to Denver to beautiful San Luis Obispo, California. I get to the Minneapolis airport. Huge lobby. And I see a line in the lobby because the x-ray and all of that is backed up like forever. I mean, there's a line like 50 yards long before you even get to all the zigzaggy stuff with the ropes and all that. And I go, wow, it's one of those days. I have my boarding pass on my phone. I just happen to be a Diamond Medallion Elite Plus member with Delta Airlines. And so I walk up and flash my I get special looking boarding passes, and I get waved through, and there is nobody in front of me. Like nobody. So I take a picture of the big long line. Then I take a picture of the line with no people in it that I get to use. And I shake my head once again and I go, really? Like, really? Really, there's that few high performers? There's that few working hard enough to have an exceptional life? Now, the life beyond this, of course, would be to fly private by chartering and, of course, using a private jet. And many, many wealthy people do that. Very few people actually own a jet. They just charter it. They rent it whenever they want to use one. Very few people actually need to own one. So they rent it and they use it as needed. But short of the private jet path, it's about as good as you can get. Never wait in line. First one on the plane, first one off the plane. I have a driver here. I have a driver in Florida. So it makes for a component of the exceptional life. What am I saying this for? Why do you care? Because you want to work hard enough and study and apply and reach people and be able to do a little bit better. So you can do some things that will make your life more fun, make it easier as you pursue exceptional living. Every single podcast with me causes 4 things to happen, causes many more than that, but 4 biggies. Causes you to naturally attract more new and high-value patients. Makes you more capable of motivating and persuading people because you're more powerful. Empowers you to make smarter, long-term decisions. And of course, you're energized physically, mentally, and financially. Ooh, Huge topic today. Been waiting a long time for this. We're breaking out the big guns today with a little bit of money talk, high-level money talk. Now, I know many of you listening in Australia and in Ireland and in Alaska. It's very interesting here that I get a statistics, and I know every single town, I mean like down almost like to the block, of who listens to my podcast. Every single tiny town and area. I see how many people, how many listens. I know everything. If I've got somebody listening in a small suburb of Oklahoma City, if I've got somebody listening in a suburb outside of Boston, if I've got somebody listening in a small town in South Africa or in Bali. It's fascinating. Anybody from any place that listens to this, I get to see where it is. It's very, very interesting to see who's listening. And I know many of you out there want the secrets to the high-level practice, and there are many secrets. Secrets to your fees, secrets to your care plans, secrets to how to get people to start a care plan or how to get their family to start, secrets of really how you lay out payment arrangements, secrets to how you get people to stay under care, secrets to having wellness plans that make mathematically perfect sense. Secrets to the team meeting, secrets to hiring, secrets to hours, secrets to what to wear to automatically get people to trust you. There's a science to this. We just happen to know it. I know you want to know all those things, and we have all of those things and many more. But you have to be a member to get all the secrets, and I want to share them with you. And I want you to grow, and I want you to build an exceptional life. But you have to be willing to pay to get the return, because you always have to pay. If you're trying to get something without paying for it, sooner or later you're going to pay. It's just a lot cheaper to pay with money up front. Because if you don't pay with money up front and you use something or get something, believe me, you're going to pay. And it's always faster, easier, and cheaper to just pay money up front than to have to pay later. But you're going to pay. All right? You always have to pay. There's no getting anything without having to pay. You may seem like you scored. But it's only a matter of time. You're going to pay. A winner's edge principle here is we want to pay up front. We want to pay with our time, effort, energy, or money up front. And it's always cheaper to do that than have to pay later. Now, we're going to be doing a two-part podcast here. Two parts that comprise the whole. And the whole comes from the most renowned money handling book ever. Other than maybe the Bible itself, of course, right? And everybody knows what this book is. And if you don't, shame on you. And if you haven't read it 5 times, really, really shame on you. I've read it so much, I know like every word of it. I think I could recite the whole thing practically. And the number one book on everybody's list when it comes to handling money and the laws of handling money, of course, is George Clayson's The Richest Man in Babylon. And this is an incredible book. I believe this book, in fact, I will find the exact year. I want to say 1926. But let's be accurate here. George Samuel Clayson. Passed away 1957, born 1874. Yes, originally published in 1926. This was published within a couple years of Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. Okay? So here we are, approaching 100 years old, but the laws that govern money, they are universal and they are timeless. So let's break this down. And in this book, it gets summed up by a couple different things. First are the cures for a lean purse. The 7 cures for a lean purse. Followed by the 5 laws of gold. 2-part attack here. Let's start with the cures for a lean purse. Of course, referring to the days of the Babylonians where you had a little leather pouch and you carried your coppers, silver, little pieces of gold. It was not good to have a lean purse back in the days of Babylon. So the first thing we must do, the first cure for a lean purse, is to start thy purse to fattening. Talk about that momentarily. The next cure for a lean purse is to control thy expenditures. It kind of sounds like overhead, doesn't it? It sounds like collect more, invest more, and control clinic overhead and control personal overhead. Cure number 3. Make thy gold multiply. Sounds easy, doesn't it? We have to make money, and that's the money you have after you've paid expenses and taxes. That's what you've made. What you collect isn't what you make. And then we have to hold on to it. 90% of the population can't do that. And then the next task is to make it grow. So it's collect it, hold it, well, we might say it this way. Collect it, manage it, hold it, grow it. There it is. Get it, manage it, hold it, grow it. So make thy gold multiply. Much, much easier said than done. We'll talk about that momentarily. 4th cure for a lean purse. Guard thy treasures from loss. What does that mean? Start thy purse to fattening. Do more, collect more, increase personal income, start putting money away. Control thy expenditures. You have to spend less than you make. We must put it into sound investments so the gold can multiply, and then we must have the appropriate insurances in place. So a catastrophe doesn't cause the loss of our treasure. So point 4, guard thy treasure from loss. We don't want to be lost. What we're trying to do here is get people unlost as to the proper approach for handling money. Everybody wants more money. There are rules that govern it. Here they are. Okay, here we go. Purse. Own thy own home. You go online, you can find a lot of debate on this. There really isn't any debate. If you know you're going to live in an area for a long time, you own your own home. And your goal is to pay it off and fully own your own home. Many reasons behind that. The sixth cure for a lean purse. Ensure a future income. What does that mean? Ensure a future income. Well, we can be getting better at what we do and increase our earning power as a chiropractor, but we can also make sure we have investments such that they create passive income, There's a way to ensure a future income, is by having sufficient assets that generate passive income. Then you're free, which is the whole purpose of this book and almost everything I do. Laying out a new office design, of which I've done like 5 in the last 3 days. Why? So ultimately, the chiropractor can be free. Beautiful practice, generate income from serving people, handle money well, build assets, create passive income, you're free. And you've won this game. And it is a game. And it is an evil, dark, vicious game. Actually, the game is the game. The players against you are evil, dark, and vicious. They are pitiless. You think the government or any bank cares if you file for bankruptcy? They are laughing at you. In fact, the system is rigged to guarantee a certain percentage of bankruptcies. Why? Because they put, say, $1 billion into the economy. That money is due back with interest, which we call in a goofy term named inflation. So there's never enough money in the system to pay it back, because $1 billion goes out and they want $1.1 billion back. So the way to do that is it guarantees the confiscation of people's property at the same time. There is such a scheme to the creation of money and how money works that we don't have enough time to discuss that, but the game is rigged against you. It just so happens here at Winner's Edge, we have the plan to escape all the traps that are set before you. Number 7, the seventh and final cure for a lean purse. Increase thy ability to earn. Increase thy ability to make money. That occurs by learning. And for you to do any learning, you must pay somebody to teach you. You must be in a high-performance group with people who will push you. And if you are an individual chiropractor, one solo chiropractor in one office, okay, under $200,000 a month in collections, or $250,000, or even one chiropractor tipping $300,000 a month in collections, then you have work to do to increase your ability to earn. Quick point on this before we get to the five laws of gold that go along with the 7 cures for the lean purse. There is nothing you can do outside of chiropractic that will make you more money. And oh, how chiropractors let themselves get distracted because they're weak. The chiropractor that dedicates all of their efforts to the super high performance, high profit practice, and then solid investments that take like 0 of your time, 0, effort, 0 checking in, 0 having to deal with people, versus the chiropractor that wants to dabble in this and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. As soon as you hear a chiropractor doing that, you know that they're not good at anything, because you don't have enough time to be good at several things. Plus, you have to realize a chiropractic office is ultra profitable. There's like nothing you can do that will generate the profit as easily and comfortably within a comfortable schedule, within an environment that you have like complete control over, than the chiropractic office. The chiropractor who does things well does not need to waste time doing anything outside that other than their passive and automated, automatically compounding, automatically reinvesting investments to create the what? The most timed for freedom and fun. So here we are, recap the 7 cures for a lean purse. Start thy purse to fattening. Control thy expenditures. Make thy gold multiply. Guard thy treasures from loss. Own thy own home. Ensure a future income. Increase thy ability to learn. Converting that to chiropractic. Increase your collection so you can increase your weekly pay per the Winner's Edge Money Flow system. And of course, automate your investing per the Winner's Edge Money Flow system, which, by the way, is very fresh. Anybody here that's heard Winner's Edge Money stuff that from a month ago, you're already obsolete. What we are doing now with our money flow and the refinements therein and the investment angles, okay, it is being refined continuously, okay? So whatever it is you think you know, you are already behind, okay? Then, of course, control thy expenditures with good overhead management and paying off debt. The way to lower your expenses is to pay off debt using, of course, the Winner's Edge Rapid Fire. Make thy gold multiply by placing it into investments that automatically reinvest and automatically compound and in nearly all cases pay a growing dividend. Remember now, money makes money a lot cheaper than you making money. Remember now, you make money, you might get taxed at 37%. When money makes money, it may be taxed at only 15%. Guard thy treasures from loss. That means the chiropractor has the appropriate auto insurance, umbrella policies, work comp policy, business policy, any insurances that are required for you in your life. Of course, malpractice policy. Cannot have a catastrophe take everything away. Health insurance. Of course, you want to own your home once you are able. And of course, the Winner's Edge approach is you do not buy a house until you have no student loans. You've already obligated yourself to a big debt. Why would we take on another one? And by the way, if your student loans aren't gone, you can't get that cool of a house. You can get a much different house once the loans are gone. Now, some people live in the central USA where houses cost nothing. Here where I am, the last house I designed and built, the lot was $675,000. That today would be $800,000. The lot itself, that's with nothing. That's not with a doghouse on it. That's $800,000 just for the lot. Then you got to put a $2 million box on the thing. But you can find big chunks of dirt in different parts of the country that don't cost much. Minneapolis, real estate values are high. It is an incredible city, young, clean, progressive, great airport that will get you anywhere. Okay? Very little riffraff because the cold weather keeps riffraff out. It just does. All right? Certain types of people with a certain type of work ethic and certain type of vigor for life with the cold weather. It's a different crowd here than you will see in South Florida, I will assure you. So real estate values for some reason are high here. We can't figure it out. So you could buy a house somewhere for $180,000 and the same house here would be $450,000. Just one of those deals. And of course, in Orange County, California, that house might be $950,000. So owning a home is different if you're in California versus if you are in Missouri. But ultimately, you do want to own your own home. And in addition, you do not want to retire with a house payment. That's the Winner's Edge standard. House must be paid for before your working income stops. Ensure a future income by learning more. In other words, be a part of a coaching program and learn how to collect more and get better at what you do. And if you are under $200,000 a month for one DC and certainly $200,000 a month for two DCs, okay, then you have a long way to go. Like many of you know, my personal best, $223,000, and that's like in 2006. That is $340,000 in 1 month in today's money. Where are you in relation to $340,000 in 1 month? But I am not impressive. God is impressive. Chiropractic is impressive. I am nothing. I am learning. I am growing. I am expanding. And we certainly are. We've got our foot on the gas harder than ever here. And of course, increase your ability to earn means so many other things as it relates to good things in your life. All right, next. The 5 laws of gold. Number one. Okay? Person shall put by not less than 10%. Shall put by not less than 10%. The first part of all I earn is mine to keep. The first part of all you earn is yours to keep. We could even use a better word than earn, because remember now, dead ashes go in an urn. The word earn is a word that's been hijacked and manipulated. The first part of all the money you gather is yours to keep. The first part of all money that comes your way is yours to keep. The general rule is 10%. 10 is the magic number of increase. The magic number of increase, because you go from a single digit to 2 digits, 9 to 10. The magic number of increase. Now, normally for CAs, it's 10%, but for the power chiropractor, we must get to the point where you are auto-saving your age. But of course, that isn't able to be done until the student loans are gone and you are in the house. Student loans gone, house, auto-save age. And then we have many metrics and levels above that, many of them. Okay? So, we have our automatic investing in place. Law of gold number 1. Law of gold number 2. Control thy spending. Okay? We'll pause here. I want you just to ponder this for a second. Just really think about this. Why is it is so hard for people to automatically save money? Why is that? Is it because the expenses are so much and there's just nothing left? Is it because people don't work hard enough to earn more? Is it because they're being programmed to buy a bunch of stuff they don't need? It's probably all of that. Think about yourself. Are you right now automatically putting money away? You acquire gold by saving regularly at least 1/10 of your earnings to build wealth for a secure future. Law of gold number 1. Back on track here, law of gold number 2. Gold grows when you invest it. Gold grows like the flocks of the field, along with the interest you receive on it wisely. Gold grows even as the flocks of the field. 2 birds make 5 birds, and 5 birds make 12 birds, and 12 birds make 22 birds. Law of gold number 1, you acquire gold by saving regularly. Law of gold number 2, gold grows when you invest it, along with automatic dividend reinvestment. Real estate doesn't automatically reinvest anything. It's so manual. And the expenses, yes, you can maybe come out ahead if you are an expert at it, but you are not. You are a chiropractor, and that is what you are supposed to be an expert at and generate tremendous income at, and then put your money into the proper investments for the future per the 5 laws of gold. Law of gold number 3. Your gold will stick around and grow if you follow competent advice and not the alluring talk of schemers and tricksters. Oh, the schemers and the tricksters are out there trying to get you to do what they've done so they can validate their bad mistake by getting you to do the same thing. Law of gold number 4. You will lose your gold if you follow bad advice or rely solely on your own novice judgment and lack of experience. If you're not used to handling multi-million-dollar portfolios, if you're not used to handling larger amounts of money, you've got to stay connected to someone who is. If you do not know your way up the mountain, you want to be next to someone who's been up and down the mountain many times. Many of you know I'm in the Florida Powerboat Club, the world's premier powerboating organization. And there is danger everywhere when you're dealing with the ocean. And in South Florida, when I first got a place there, I did not know where to go. I don't know how to drive a boat 200 miles to Key West. I don't know how to navigate that. You know how difficult that is? It's not like just going across a lake. There's channels and there's stuff. In the wide, in what feels like the ocean, you have to go through a spot that's like 40 feet wide. And if you don't find it and go through there, you are shipwrecked. You're like Gilligan's Island. You have to know where you're going and where to turn and where the lobster pots are and how the tides change and how to park at these docks that are solid concrete with waves going up and down and nobody to help you as you roll up with your $80,000 paint job on your boat. Okay? What do I mean? I'm going to get connected to someone who's done it 100 times, and I have. I see where he is, and I just go right off to the side, and I don't let him out of my sight. He knows where he's going. I follow him until I know, and then people follow me. Recapping number 4, you will lose your gold if you follow bad advice. Who are you going to listen to? I recommend you listen to me. Sooner or later you will. Sooner or later you'll have no choice because you'll end up, getting beat up and you'll lose money and you'll waste a bunch of time. Okay, all roads in chiropractic success, high level, passive income freedom, and the ultimate chiropractic power life, all roads lead back to Winner's Edge. And it's kind of like, it's true. Law of gold number 5. You'll also lose your gold if you succumb to the allure to get-rich-quick schemes or things that might distract you away from your practice. Oh, how weak that is when the chiropractor lets themselves, or even this, they sell their practice early. Oh, you will lose your gold if you succumb to the allure to get-rich-quick schemes or risky investment strategies that promise big payoffs. Oh my goodness, you never give up the money-making machine, ever, until the end. Oh, chiropractors. They think that, if I do this, I'll make more money, or if I do that, or if I sell my practice and then go and do this and then go and do that. It never works. It doesn't even make any sense. You never give up your identity. Tory the chiropractor. I go and do non-chiropractic stuff. What am I then? I'm nobody. And why would I? I've dedicated my life to reaching people with chiropractic. Let's recap those very quickly. You acquire gold by putting by at least 1/10 of your earnings to build an estate for you and your family's future. Gold grows even as the flocks of the field when you invest it and keep it invested so the interest will return and automatically compound. Your gold will stick around if you follow the competent advice of those who are wise in its handling. You will surely lose your gold if you follow the alluring advice of schemers and tricksters who are all around you in chiropractic, by the way. So like I always say, come with me if you want to live. You will also lose your gold if you succumb to the allure of get-rich-quick schemes or ideas or risky investments and investment strategies that promise a payoff that is large. The payoff isn't large because you don't know what the expenses are. And when you understand the expenses of different things, you realize there's nothing there for you. So there we have it, the cures for a lean purse. And then the 5 laws of gold from the great book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Of course, it's an incredibly fun read, incredibly wise, but we have to look at these and go, am I on track or am I delusional? Are you delusional? Are you not doing some of these, but somehow think that what you're doing is better? You are delusional. There's nothing special about what you're thinking or doing that's going to somehow work. These are laws, and you can't break them. And if you think you're going to break them, you will get broken, and then you will come back and you will learn your hard lesson. And I'm trying to keep chiropractors from learning the hard, painful, multi-million-dollar loss lessons. We just had a guy at a recent seminar. He was in the Winner's Edge group, broke all his practice records, thought he was smart, didn't need the group anymore. He rejoins years later, stands in front of the whole group and says, I've calculated I lost over $2 million by leaving the group. And he did. He was almost to the point where he was going to sell his practice. What 50-year-old chiropractor sells their practice? Who does that? Never do that. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. You can go to 8 hours a week or 12 hours a week if you want to, but you don't sell. You kidding me? It's a matter of doing what's smart. Long term. See, right? We make good long-term decisions here. Not short-term decisions that screw us up in the long term and make us have to redo stuff at the cost of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Stay the course. Beautiful practice. Whittle the schedule down. Increase the investments. Generate passive income. Be generous. Focus on super high performance health. Generosity with family and friends, with your community, with whatever matters to you. And that is how you build the exceptional, the powerful, and the victorious chiropractic life. Tory out.